of this great institution to you, knowing yourself. Years ago, I just had this, probably about 30 years ago, this time came up again, knowing that. But if it was up to white America, you would not be able to know yourself. If they could revert us back to slavery and control us, trust me, that's just what they would do. But in knowing that it was corrupted from slavery, they was stripped of our names, and we begin to carry the slave master's name. That was for control. But in knowing that you are more than they want you to know, that we are an indigenous people that have power that seems to be unreal to them. Come on, somebody. Yeah. And that power comes through the melanin of our skin, which is raw matter, that connects us back to this universe where we can communicate and wait on it and it'll answer us. Come on, somebody. But understanding the power that is within, we don't fully understand it. But some of us that have become awakening in certain areas, we have noticed and discovered there is a difference there. But when you fully know that I am, I am that I am. Know thyself. But in knowing these things, it just don't happen overnight to none of us. None of us. That's right. You know, we've been so brainwashed or bamboozled and whatever else you can call it. Sometimes we have to be knocked over the head 4 or 5 times. Huh? Before our eyes become open. But then there's others that seem to right along with it. That's right. That's good. Many are chosen, but few are called. Right? Or many are called, but few are chosen. What I'm stating is that those that has been put here and set aside for a certain purpose in life, I don't give a damn what you do outside of that. You got to go back to that. That's right. Come on, somebody. Yes. Huh?
Yes.
You may run, but you can't hide.
That's right.
No. We are people that they want what we got.
Yes.
They want what we got. That's melody. They want it. They know that's where the real energy, that's where the real power is. We're not a cursed race of people. They told us that years ago to make us, if you're black, you know what they say. Come on now, somebody. Huh? You know what they say about us.
That's right.
But they want to be like us. They tanning in their tanning booth. Getting a tan, but you know, with some of them, you know, we can't. They want to be black now.
Yes.
Huh? But they can't stand us. Know thyself. The man in the mirror every time that you look in the mirror, you should discover within that mirror that there is you. But then again, you come back to the same mirror and look in the mirror again, and you discover something what? Different. You know where I'm going? Every time that you go to the mirror, you see something different. Know thyself. Are you getting it? Yes. You don't have to actually be looking in an actual mirror, but it's within you. All the power lies within you. Now, we don't have to look for the power because we're black folks. We have the power, but we have to learn how to utilize this power. That's right. Some of us, we have a tendency to criticize others, and others are seeking to know more and do more and understand it and understand why this works this way, the laws of attraction, opposite, and positive, negative. We as a race of people, we are a full live organ that is connected to this universe. Don't never make nobody think that you're not connected. You're fully connected. But in order to know this, first of all, we have to begin to know what? Do you really know who you are? Do you really know you are? Are you a king's child, or you are a king yourself? Come on, somebody.
I'm a queen.
She's a queen. Where the king at? I am a king. I came from the royal priesthood, as the Christian folks say. Huh? So we got to understand that we have goddess and we have gods. Nothing happens without a thought. From a thought to speak into existence and begin to create it. Did you not know you had that kind of power? To create? Yes. If you don't create, it will never happen. Huh? That's right. You're the creator. You don't mind me saying it. Go right ahead. I'm going to say it anyhow. Go right ahead. You are the creator. We're looking for, some of us are looking for a white man to come down with a long beard and green eyes to save us. You will be looking for a long time. That will never happen. You are your own Savior. Did you hear me? But in order to know all of this, you have to get in tune with this universe. Do you understand? You have to get in tune with it. If you get in tune with the universe, you begin to see things happen. This thing is not pretty now. I told someone a few weeks ago, spirituality people have made a mess out of this thing. Your spirit first. You are a spirit being. So now the spirit ain't going to do any in everything. Come on, somebody. Huh? We as a group of people, we have to remember one thing, that we are all connected. And in knowing that we all is connected, that means that we are one. And if we all are one, and anything behind one is what? Huh? Come on now. Two. Where's the zero? And anything behind zero is what? Huh? Come on, y'all talk to me slow. I'm trying to go somewhere. Y'all gonna help me out. I'm gonna sit down.
Zero. Nothing.
No. Huh?
No.
So nothing is there And we understand that nothing is there. But in order to make something, help me do it, be there. First of all, you would have to have something within you in order for it, y'all can help me,
Yeah.
be there.
Speak it.
And I want you to understand this morning that you really need to know who you are.
Why is that?
Because we are gods and goddess. Huh?
Yes.
Can I preach?
If you want to,
Huh?
go ahead.
And I know that because a long time ago, I discovered who I was. But every now and then I would find myself doing things that I shouldn't be doing. But there was always something within my soul that I knew that I was a chosen one. And my brothers and sisters, you should know that you are a chosen generation of people. Huh? We came from a royal priesthood, and we originated out of Africa. Huh? And in knowing that our names were stripped from us, a lot of us, we're trying now to get back there. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
If you would only get back there, you begin to see that creation will work with you. Huh?
That's right.
Now I want you to know that we should know ourselves. And every time that we look in the mirror, we see that man, and we understand that is I am that I am. Know thyself. Do you really know that you are a God? You have creation power.
Yes.
We shouldn't be at a point in our life that we shouldn't be like that. We are royal people. We're indigenous people. We just have to trust and believe that this universe is going to respond to us. But it cannot respond if you don't do nothing to help it respond. You understand?
That's right.
You have to help it to respond back to you. You do nothing, you get nothing. You do something, you get something. Any questions about knowing thyself, any input, any add to it? Do you really know that you're a king? You learn it? That's great. Do you know that you're a king, my brother? I like that. You know you are a queen, a goddess, my sister. Do you really know that? So every day in life, we should always walk with our heads up, our shoulders back. Whatever may come, whatever may go, we shouldn't be tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine or everything that come by that's blowing or sounding you. You should stand still. Storm will be over after a while. You know, I didn't get this far by just doing nothing. You know, there's always something that's going to come, but when you're a dog, huh? Something always comes to go. But when you're God, you can win all the time. Not sometimes. God told me, he said, man, you know, God only wins sometimes. I said, I don't know the God that you serve. God. I am God, and I win all the time. Any questions? No question, any input? No input. Yes.
Well, back to knowing self, you're speaking on. Like sometimes we do things that are so out of character. Like, why did I do that? You know,
Right.
you know, if you touch on that a little bit more, you know, what's that all about? And shed some light on that.
Good question. Actually, we all guilty of that. If we're for real within ourselves. You know, you may do something, I may have done something 20 years ago, and seem like it just had completely left you. And 30 seconds ago, it happened again. You do that same thing again. What causes that? Because what other within the DNA that you got from your ancestors and they've been passed out through the lineage, it's going to be there. But all of those things that is there, we can conquer them, especially those things has a tendency to deter us from the things that we really should be doing. It can be accomplished. It's a challenge and it's a task, but there's nothing greater than that I am that lives within you. So it happens to everybody. You know, I talked to some friends, and I know guys said he was smoking crack. And he got off crack for about 3 years, and he got back on crack again. And what made that, because it was in him, once he was actually got addicted to it, if you don't mind me saying, that was what made him go back. So he wasn't completely cleaned out from it. And that's the same way within you. If you take a drink today, and 6 months later, you take another drink. Why are you taking that second drink? Because it's chasing. You don't took the first drink 5 or 6 years ago, and that drink, which was a good drink, which I don't drink, but then that's what causes people to become alcoholics, because they can't control what they do. You was never born an alcoholic. But, you know, one thing leads to something. It's like someone smoking marijuana. Person that smoked marijuana, I smoked marijuana all my life and never worried about cocaine or crack. Because I got that strong mind, believing that if I would mess with crack, I told somebody that's a terrible drug. I'm scared of crack. I said, crack ain't got to worry about me. I'm keeping it real. I'm scared to die of crack. Crack is terrible. You know, that thing make you pimp your mama.
Yeah.
I done seen it now. Yeah, man, people do some crazy stuff. That thing was designed to destroy us.
Sure.
It was designed to destroy us. You know, I keep it real. If you know, if you don't want to hear me, don't come. Because that's the way I tell it. I don't tell it no other way. But I'm glad you brought that up. And since you said I have a cousin that was doing very well in Atlanta, he went down there, man. Listen, we're talking about crack. He get cleaned out. So once he got cleaned out, they said he was clean. He stayed down there for about 3 years, and he wasn't messing with no crack, no nothing. So he decided to move from Atlanta, move back to South Carolina, where he was from. He moved back there. So I seen him about 2 months ago. So he looked okay. I seen him Memorial Day weekend. He looked like somebody scared to death. He looked rough. He looked rough, man. That crack terrible. As long as he was in Atlanta, he wasn't fooling with it no more. As soon as he come up here, he was some of them in South Carolina. He's back on it. See, part of what I'm saying, it's really sad. He was doing so great. And a lot of us are afraid to admit when we have a problem. There's nothing wrong with admitting. That's not saying that you are not a god or goddess. All this is stages. As we become more aware and awakened of who we really are. But all of us got some type of skeletons in our closet now. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have to work on these things, you know, knowing ourselves. Any other questions? Any input? I like the input too.
I used to smoke cold 50 cigarettes.
That's black people cigarette.
And when I got about close to 30, I guess my 30s, I started getting paranoid because my mother had died at that age, 36, from cancer.
Oh, okay.
But then I realized she wasn't a smoker, nor was she a drinker.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so she just developed it. Probably through shots or whatever. And so when I used to go to my regular physicals, I always, you know, get a clean bill of health, and then it hit me one day. when am I going to quit? When am I going to stop? Do I want to wait until I go for my next appointment and they tell me that I had cancer, you know, throat cancer, lung cancer, liver cancer? So what I did, I started praying and meditating, praying and meditating. And the more I prayed, the more I meditated, the more spiritual conscious I became, and I had less desire to satisfy the desires of the flesh.
Right.
So when I quit, I came home one day. When I decided I was going to quit, I came home one day. I used to have this cup on the side of my door of my automobile.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I was getting tired. I put some water in, I would smoke half a cigarette, put it out, smoke half a cigarette. So I took it in the house and I dumped it in the sink. And the stench was so terrible. And it hit me. I said, is this how my insides are smelling? And maybe 2 days later, I came home. When I came to my house, I could smell the smoke in my house. Like it was in the wood and curtains, seats, and from everywhere. From one end of the house to the next part of the house. So I said, you know, I'm giving this up. I'm going to quit. So now I'm not so much afraid of cigarette smoke or being around people who smoke. I'm afraid of the habit and having to battle the habit of giving it up, because that's where the challenge was, to be strong enough to quit. So I don't want to experience that anymore. But and then during that course, I also had the realization that that's just on cigarette smoke, you know. And then I began to feel for those who are battling habits with drugs or alcohol. So a habit is hard to do.
Right, I agree.
Habits are hard to do. And I didn't want to pick up anything. It's been
And it's even
13
harder
years.
when you're in denial of the habit. Someone feel it, it's okay. Yeah, right. Thank you, brother. And that's good that you discover that. Some people even know that it's bad and they still continue. You know, it's what it is, what it is. You know, but I've seen cancer people out here like serious. You know, that's why we gotta be so health conscious. I work with a man now, and had pancreas cancer over in Capitol Heights. You know, he already had four stages. You know, and it's just amazing how these people sending these people that right at day. You know, we do all we can to get them on the right track. But it's a challenge. And the reason I say it's a challenge because once you get to the fourth stage, that cancer's been ate up throughout the whole entire body. If you can't keep your mind straight, you can live out of here. Don't think you're going to die now. You're going to leave here. When you got fourth stage cancer, you cannot keep that mind straight, you're gone. You better hear me. There's nothing to be playing with. You know, and it's really sad. You know, we want and go get on radiation chemo. Hell, that's killing you too. Come on, somebody. It's killing you too. So what I'm saying is, let's just take better care. I'm glad you brought that up. Just take better care of ourselves, man. Like I said, these last 60 days, I've seen some stuff, man. I just, we're going to ever learn that, you know, we don't have to go out like this. You don't have to go out with a disease. Huh? Your body is supposed to be disease-free anyhow. This is the temple. And we treat it any kind of way. Any more input? Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just to kind of share, well, answer your question, do we know ourselves? For me, yes, I do. I just want to share in the way that I do know myself is the intimate way. But it's slightly different from the God self that I used to, in the past, associate myself with. As, yes, I am God, yes, I am God. Whereas now, I really more so I associate myself with a group. So I'm saying, do I know stuff? Yes, I firmly and squarely say that I'm a child of God. I am a group. A group. A group. Right? So you see me, you see the group. You see the Son. And when I am on it, you also see the Father. When I am mentioned by the Father. When I not only being a child, going through the process of going to the Lord, and that's the father. So,
Great saying. Great saying. Great saying. Like that. Any other question? You got a question, young man? With the what the hell? Thing you have, brother? What's it? New York or Brooklyn, New York?
It's what it is.
You got a question?
Okay, that's it, but I don't really want to.
Come on, brother, share it. That could be a blessing to someone else. Trust me, it could be a blessing to someone else. Come on, share it. I entertain all questions, not certain questions. Entertain them all.
Because you've been over here itching up and trying to get you. Sit up, trying to get you to sit up in the chair.
What was your question, brother? Share it with us.
That is the house of truth.
Yeah, the house of truth.
You hear from me?
Sure.
You hear from me? You got an answer.
You got an answer. What is the answer? And I'll figure out the question.
Because we basically have the same answer.
Yeah.
I'm getting out and I'm just listening to what people gotta say. And me personally, I do have a lot of answers, but I'm trying to figure out the proper way of, delivering my hands all without, offending people, coming across to
You gotta say, I mean,
You may not be a fan.
I gotta be the evil queen.
It may not be a fan.
Brother, everybody in here is going through the same thing you're going through.
Yeah.
Everybody in here is on everybody's in here on.
Ain't nobody gonna do nothing.
I'm saying everybody's going on a path, brother. Everybody's got a path.
I've been in.
Inside. It's okay. But the truth will free you.
I'm just trying to help. I mean,
Any more comments or
You promise next time?
any questions?
No, I do. I'm gonna come back, man, because we do really have to. We have an issue, and we do really have to solve this issue, man. It's a lot of us, trying to figure out the truth. And it's a lot of people coming around. So, people not really getting fed, but they really need fed, and trying to see that they really wow. And it's a lot. Everybody keep on. And then you see it in the next world, but stuff that you're doing and really not keeping that back. It's all keeping it. It's constantly bad. That's right. And then you want to keep going through the same stuff. It's like constantly the revolving that we're doing. And the revolving that we're doing comes from a lot of our aspects that we keep on taking on from our conviction and all this other stuff. We have to put all this stuff down. I don't want to hurt nobody. It's time for us to give Jesus Christ back. Allah.
That's right.
You're
right, brother.
You're 100% right. We gotta go give him that. It's time for us to give Africa back. It's time for us to give all that. We didn't come from Africa. You know what I'm saying? We keep directing ourselves back, connected to the wrong things. That's why we're not growing, because our seeds are being come from and on the ground. So on the rock. So that's why every time we get to that, as soon as we out of here.
So where we originated from?
Huh?
Where we originated from?
Right here where you standing there. Right? Right here where you standing there. You see what I'm saying? Before, see, we was taught about this here. This is what we was taught when we went to bed school. It's his story. Remember that?
Right.
We was taught his story. So we was taught about this here. We wasn't taught about before it was one big land.
One big thing. I got it.
We was here.
Right. That's keep confusing.
Just keep confusing.
Exactly. I understand. Right.
Keep quoting all this stuff.
You're right. You're 100% right.
Just keep confusing.
You
You
right.
understand what I'm saying? We need to go deeper. We have to go further back and connect ourselves back to the soil.
So, right.
You understand?
But they the one broke it up.
Because we keep on, the reason why, because we take on their doctrine.
Yeah,
So
you're
we're
right.
not in peace, we're in pieces.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
We came in peace. They
Right.
came to put us in pieces. The so-called Native Americans wanted a piece of the pie. You see what I'm saying? It was a whole game.
Mhm.
And we got sucked all in it, whether we want to believe it or not. And we
Right.
still sucked into it. You understand?
Well, we're gonna be
tell
sucked
like
into it. It's because you got ministers that man got mega churches making
But it don't.
But let me finish, please. I heard you. And these preachers with these mega churches, the people don't become awakened of what's going on. And you got great speakers like T.D. Jakes, one that I never hear nothing for. Clefo Dollar. You got these guys, and they know the truth now. I know these guys know the truth. Some of these guys have been in the same city. They were some of my best friends. But they're not going to tell the truth, but they won't lose. They're all about that, but they can care less about anything else. And then those guys carry a lot of power over our people.
I mean, the reason why they carry a lot of power that they do is because we can talk about them all day long, but you can tell by the seeds. Oh yeah, right. So what I'm saying is that is T.D. Jakes. T.D. Jakes is just like the white. I mean, you white guy that you see with the big church.
Yeah.
The Pope.
But the young dude. But the reason why.
Joe.
And the reason why they have that is because they motivate.
Sure, I agree. You're
That's the only reason why.
That's the only reason why.
They have it because they know how to
Motivate. That's right.
We constantly do, like when you see the little church, you guys stay little because they constantly going to hell. You constantly condemning somebody. You understand what I'm saying? You constantly, the reason why people keep constantly going through stuff is not because they both keep going through it, because it's a lesson in it that they need to learn. You see what I'm saying? So you need to start motivating these people. You understand what I'm saying? Start understanding who you're dealing with. And you got to stop having to get connected back, meaning you got to understand that every individual is different, so you got to learn how to deal with stuff. You can individualize. You understand what I'm saying? But, yeah,
Next person.
Okay, all that said is we understand that over here, this is being done for this reason over there, that's been done for that reason.
what's that?
What you just said.
Yeah.
We're gonna be buddies. All of that said and done, okay. Back to the topic.
Know thyself.
Know thyself. Do you know who you are? Do you understand yourself? Okay. And although all of that is revolving going on around us, what part do you play in helping to live?
Right. I like that.
That's a question for all of us.
Yes.
What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna try to break a few of these spells that we got. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why they call it, the reason why they call it spelling is because they words the spells on something. But first thing you have to learn how to do is how to talk.
Who said?
First, the spell.
What's the spell?
Spell. You got to spell what you do. All the stuff that you do, it's a ritual. It's a ritual. Don't believe it.
No, I'm just trying to see where, I'm just going with
Going with the flow. Any other input? Good input. Great input. I like this input. Great input. What about you, my brother?
I heard people hold well for knowing that. I mean, I'm under. I was growing up and taught, living in sin. Got to have a constant mind of doing right.
Well, see, there's no right, no wrong. How can you call it sin? That's Christianity teaching. There's no right, no wrong. So how can you call it sin? That's their teaching. Right, I'm a negative part, that's all it is, negative part.
No way you can go on the same.
Right.
You got a little boy, say you're supposed to be home at 10 o'clock. You got a little boy, y'all get home at 12 o'clock. You gonna look at your little son, you gonna say, Grandma, go to bed. When that little boy walking the door, you know what he gonna say? He gonna say, Mommy, Daddy told me. You. That's right. He don't know how to lie until you teach him.
That's right, that's right.
That's a learned behavior. That's not something you born into.
Nope, nope. Good saying. Did we answer you?
Yeah, I knew the answer, but I want to hear.
Some influence, right?
That's right.
Any other input? Well, like we all know thyself, right? We know that it's.
I don't believe in myself.
You don't.
And
Okay.
we say that
Say,
because there's a certain, it's just like David and I were talking about. There's a certain aspect of myself that I know. I know my physical self. I have great control over her. Then I have my spiritual self, which I have a lot of control over. Obviously, not enough for her to connect with this one so that I can keep this place going. Okay, because this morning when I woke up, it was right in my face. It said, ISE is hungry. And it is true, and I've been doing it for 10 years, and I am tired. You know, and I know that a lot of people don't have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money. I stretch myself. And I gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. And I know nobody wants to hear it. And I tried to keep this place going so that we would have at least some place to go, some place to do, some place to do the things that you said. That we need to have them in this community. We really don't. And I see it, but I can't get anybody else to see it to fund it. I have students who say they want the information. I try to give them the information. They're really not ready for it, but I give them what they can take on. But it also takes finances. I pay some rent. And right now, we were behind the day. We're up. And we got $500 in the bank. I owe $10.25 today. Telephone bill got to be paid. So I can't keep pulling. I cannot keep pulling. I want to. My heart wants to. So we can know thyself. You better know something quick. Because the fifth is the dead. That's right, deadline date. And I've been doing it for 10 years, since 2004. I've had speakers up here all over. All over. Y'all just the last bunch of folks coming up here. I've been pulling this year.
So we got to have fun. Basically what she's saying, we got to have fun. You know, we're saying that she our spiritual leader, you know, she shouldn't have to have this type of burden. Like I told y'all a few weeks ago. We all need to do our part and stop playing.
Even though I'm saying that to you guys, I'm still saying, you say it with more, so you really don't know. Because just with me telling you that I know me here in the physical world and the spiritual world, but those two still are together enough to keep going, even though you don't know yourself, and I don't know myself enough to pull it together for you. Because that's what I've been doing. You see what I'm saying? So that's the difficult part. That's the difficult part. It's for me to know myself well enough to get you to the place where you don't know, so you can recognize that you don't know yourself well enough to get to know yourself to help you forward. That's the trick. Yeah. Because I hear you say, yeah, I know me, I know what I'm doing, but I see you. I'm seeing you. And even though I give you, David says, I give you the answers. Give you all the answers. No alternative here. David asks a question. He's the wizard. Ain't nothing wrong with the wizard. It's a good thing. You just gave me a question. I give you the answer. You just like, what do you want?
But yeah, it's
What do you want?
it's you know it's
That is
It's
my
not, and
question.
it's not all of you guys in here. either.
Right. Well, it's a matter of separating the flesh and the spirit. Okay, the flesh and the spirit. Because I'm not saying how you can do it. I'm just saying that's the matter.
That's the matter.
That's the matter. I guess it's up to each individual because
Separate it, like,
because we operate out of the flesh. We respond out of the flesh most of the time, which is negative. Okay, the even with you asking us for money, it's received for some of us in the spirit,
Right.
and then some of it is received in the flesh, and we respond out of the flesh.
Mhm.
Okay, because we put a value on that dollar, you know. But on the spiritual side, the spirit man will say, okay, you know, I'm a king, I'm a queen, I'm royalty,
Right.
okay? Put it out in the universe,
That's right.
okay? My dollars will multiply. And if I can put that flesh aside and stop trying to figure out how it's going to multiply, or put the doubt in it and say, well, you know, I ain't got no money, I can't do that. See, that's where you have to realize yourself. That's the kind of thing.
And you know, we can, you know, talk about this until our time, blue in the face, black in the face, whatever, you know, but you're not being about it. This is the type of stuff that you did. We discussed this a couple weeks ago. In respect to Dr. Voodoo do everything, Dr. Steph, you know, we have to do it as a unit. You know, we're gonna be about it. We're gonna go our separate ways. You know, this thing is real. You know,
and to me, it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. It really isn't. When I look at these mega churches, like,
it's not. You're right.
what we have to pay here a month is not all I'm considering that we started this.
Yes, sir.
Spirit speaks, flesh speaks.
I mean, that's all my, that's kind of good. That's kind of, that's why I'm saying it's time for us to give all this no effect, all this African and all this different stuff back because of the culture that it brings the culture out. There's certain things behind these stuff that we keep on, you understand what I'm saying? Carrying on and we keep on putting on every day that constantly brings on these limitations to ourselves. You know what I mean? That's why I'm talking about the whole time, trying to get on. So we can't have the life, you know, like we keep quoting all this stuff. We can have the life and have the life. Supposed to have that is ours, not birthright, that we are supposed to have. So we have to get out of these poverty mentalities and some of these cults and some of these cultures and some of these that we took on and stop rebounding. Because that's what we keep doing, we keep revolving. That's why they keep coming out of 6 months with these retro outfits. Then you look at the kids, I used to wear that. It's a constantly revolving, you know what I'm saying, retro. That's why every 6 months they send you a new movie about Christ. Every 6 months they send you a slave movie that came out of nowhere. It's a constant reminder. It's a stigma. It's time for us to get away from this stuff so we can be popular. And that's what this is all about. So if you want to stay, you know what I mean, when you want to stay, you keep going about it, it's okay. That's what you choose to do. That's what I'm saying, but it's time out.
We need money now.
Yeah.
We need money now.
So,
Right. All that is great, brother, and I appreciate everything you said. That's fair. We need money now.
That's supposed to be.
Well, it's a cause of confusion, it's a cause of illusion, because if you look at some of the Africans, there's one set that practices prosperity or being out the business and it's supposed to after the name only, but it is a mismatch. And I'm not sure if that's by design.
Yes.
One ways we can, if you get back to our tradition, we've always been about commerce and being abundant.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to strip out away that poverty mentality, especially here in the States, because they still control the psychic energy field.
That's right. So good.
That's why we were
Good
talking
saying.
in circles, because they control.
Right. Now they control it. Right. Exactly.
But you know what, I hear you say that, and you know this. And when I ask this group, not necessarily this particular group that's here today, but when I ask, can we do a meditation? Will somebody come and ask me to do this? And nobody to this group will say that. Now,
Because you think they don't understand it?
understand. This is from class, this is from classes, this is from people that are speaking, this is from talking to groups that are meditating. All I say is those who are strong meditators, let's pick a day, let's pick a time, and let's do this.
Can we meditate before we roll out today? Well, you talking about while you're in person?
I'm just talking about we have to establish it.
Even
You
when
have
you're
to
away from here.
You have to be consciously aware, established. You have to know.
Even
It's
when
almost
you're
like a
away
sacrifice, to be honest.
It is a
You guys are
sacrifice.
gonna sacrifice your time to do it.
It is a sacrifice.
Well, because you don't necessarily have to put what you need or your request, and you don't have to be amongst each other to be connected to do that.
Yes,
You do.
yes, you do.
Because you create the energy field.
Right.
Listen, people, remember that we form a collective consciousness. When you concentrate your thought and thought process at the same time, it's an energy field. And people are not willing to take the time out and be structurally and disciplined to do it at the same time. Because the Europeans and everybody else, they take the time out and try the time to form a physical energy field.
Right, I understand that. That's when that happens when you're in a collective group. Yes, but even when you're out, I can tell you from experience. If I'm going somewhere or if I desire something, I put it out there and I get the favor every time. So I'm saying, is it necessary that we all have to be in this place to put what we need when we're by ourselves out there in the universe? And you don't have to.
You didn't what I said. You have to physically do it at the same time. But when you,
I'm not saying
no. Yes, you do. Because
No,
I'm
I'm understanding. I'm not disputing the same time.
at the same time, but you don't have to be at the same place at the same time. Because when you physically create an energy field, it draws energy together.
Okay,
And then there's energy together.
I understand that, but you still put limitations on yourself.
No. It's like a broadcast channel. When the television broadcasts a channel, it sends the frequency out so all the systems can be seen at the same time. The people as a collective watch the channel and then create an energy field at the same time. That's what you call it broadcast programming.
Okay.
And that's
But from my experience, and y'all can, don't have to be, but my experience, I don't have to be in your presence.
we're not saying to be in the presence. If you have a station, a person here, a person here, it creates energy grid points. When you create at the same time,
Okay, when
the
you
energy.
say here and then, what are you saying? In this room?
No.
Okay, that's the point that I was making. And people don't understand that. So you're saying.
No, I just said it as a broadcast station. You have points here, points there, and when you meditate at the same
Yeah,
time.
and I say you don't have to be in this room for that.
I didn't say that.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to make
You just be clear.
Yeah.
Because most groups, when they actually try to do a task at the end, they meditate at the same time
Yeah.
at different places. When you create in different places, could build a grid, a second energy grid.
That's what I think y'all missed, what I was saying, because that's what I was saying.
Right. But the thing is, it has to be at the same time.
Exactly.
But if you try to do it at separate times, the effect is not there.
Okay, I am not saying that.
No, that was my question. I understand what you were, and that's why.
What did I say?
Meditation.
Yeah, you said meditation.
What did I say?
Yeah, people don't want to do it. And that's when I said.
What I'm saying is that it has to be, in other words, you have to build up that grid he's talking about. You build it up here. It becomes at a specific time, every day, at that time, that particular group. Then, after your time is up here, say you do it for 9 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, and then you're going to meditate, all of us are going to meditate wherever you are, at the same time, consistently, because the energy's already been built.
That's right.
Because if I tell you that we're going to do it at 9 o'clock, she's going to be out of shopping. Oh, shoot, I forgot. I was going to be meditating. He's going to be shining shoes or something. You know what I'm saying? So the energy has not been created. You have to create that first.
I'm going to tell you one time how this person, we used to do one time like that. And we had these loud things. And when we used to come and we used to meditate together, and all of that, I used to say that everything. I used to say that it took like this. So, one day, we all went to the movies. We went to see Avatar. We went to see the signs in the movie. We all sat down in the movie, right? And probably ladies, what's so good? We all sat in the movie, side by side, the same way we sit over here and meditate. So that's what she's talking about, that thought, the connection.
I didn't speak that. I just
Then that's
asked a question.
No, we're not saying that.
I know, but that's what my question was.
But individually, when you do an individual thing, that's cool. That's cool. But when you call yourself being a part of something, it has to be something that needs to be done.
Yeah, I want to agree with that.
Like second.
Sean, can I get it back in order? Let's
This
get back
was
to
in
this.
this connection.
Small
Business
business
reason
part
why
of
we can't have a conversation when we're talking over each other. We can't get a point on it because we're not making a connection when we come here. We're talking about stupid. It doesn't mean it. That's the problem.
Well, we're gonna get
So
back
every
to
time we
that.
come in here, we need to take a seat and meditate. And if this place goes, then it's just a shell, and we come together in the park and do it.
It's just
And then
more
it
difficult. It's just more difficult.
It's not difficult. We choose to be patient.
No, I was just going to say that it's just more difficult.
That's what's going on with it.
Once you dissolve, it is difficult to bring the group back together.
Yeah. And a new group. These
And
are
then
the
Sarah
experience.
said when they grow up, they're over here.
It's okay. Because the people that go are supposed to go. And they go off and do things they're supposed to do. They plant a seed somewhere else. Or they don't. That's how nature works. So the white people came and they not built, they not trees down, they built buildings. And we came and not trees down, built buildings. We don't need a tree. That's it.
I feel that collectively this is a people building minds. And I think that we saying that directed creative mind set in one thing and focus on one thing to get in politics. And that's where it should be. You come in here, you should be coming to stay and focus on something particular that you want to do. Not only for ourselves, for our families, and for our communities. Go somewhere else and somebody says, you can get some money, you give it. And now you have to ask yourself, how come here on Sundays and Mondays or Wednesdays or whatever? What is about this place that I feel nervous and upset that I'm not reaching in my pocket to make sure it stays here for me?
we're gonna make sure your bill is paid, your phone bill is paid.
Right.
To be able to come here among highly intelligent, collective minds, and that you want to reach down and say, let us help your sister, and it's not about her, right, it's not about her per se. However, we are enjoying what she has created, and if you don't join in, sure, you can go here, you can go there, we're starting all over again, and that's what the forces outside of this want that exact thing to happen, because now we've slowed down the process. So if you believe in yourself, and you say, I know who I am God, then you would know that I need to reach in and give my money. I've seen certain person reach in their pocket and give. I know they give here too, but I've seen them reach in their pocket and give. And they always seem to have an abundance. And even when somebody offers them, you think, oh, they must be running a little low, talking about 2 little cents. They still seem to rise above. So I've learned that when you take your mind off of that, put it where it should be, then you'll get what you need, what they need. And all the talking can go on and go on and go on, but it is about doing. It is about doing.
I'd like to follow up by saying, I know that you mentioned your intelligence was in this very room. I did mention that, like, you know, if you could do a short, condensed version of how we at Michigan, can we put some seeds in the ground on before we do the grant? That
And I think that should be done for those who are willing to pay. The whole thing is you've got to be willing to make a commitment. So I'm saying I'm willing to make a minimum commitment of giving, say, $20 a month. That's the money I realize that. I'm saying I'm making that commitment for making sure this goes. If I want to give more, I can come here and answer the phone or get out and talk up ISP to get people to bring their energy here. But you have to move beyond the artificial intelligence and go into the doing.
I think that comes from, a lot of stuff. We're not getting the messages that we go out there.
But there is a problem that exists here now, okay? And it needs to come to the point where we are going to support this in whatever way we can. And right now, it's a financial need, okay? And we need to sit with that, meet with that before we can kind of like move to the next phase. Because every time we come here, generating electricity, you know, and she's so gracious enough to feed us, yeah. And even though there's an offer that's being taken up, it's not, because there's still limitations with that. So we really should meditate on that, and like you said, okay? And like I said, he said, like you, all in agreement. Well, I know that we have conflicts. So I know that we have other things scheduled. I don't think we can do that. It has his plans. So we would have to come up with a specific
I understand about the meeting. However, if we don't get this together,
Yeah.
there will be, there's just no point. So the focus must be on what are we going to give, what are we going to do, what commitment is each one of you willing to go back privately and say to the leader that you will give to make sure that this continues on. Where is your commitment to yourself and what somebody has provided you to come so that you can go out in the world and make it better for the rest of the world. But somebody has provided you the base. So my question, my challenge today is, what is your commitment? Period.
And that's on you. That doesn't have anything to do with the next person. That is on you. Okay? If you want to see that this survives, okay?
I mean, it's just as real as that. Either we're going to stay together or we're going to depart. But Dr. Lee, I'm going to be with you. So you depart, I'm going with you. I don't know about
I am.
Look, I'm already locked. I want to see my chain later. You see my chain later?
That's out there.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Well, I was going to say that the time on my phone says 1:05. And also the app on my phone says that 1:05 begins the kind of hour of Mars. But we did speak about holding on our news for our new to Mars is direct. Mars is direct. It is the hour of time. Use your action is right here. This moment and the place. So we're already talking about, what the beginning about it. So this is actually transition, we're actually doing it already. So it's having a meeting and talking about it. So we want to maybe, I don't know, do a formal prayer or just do some meditation, discussion, continue it. It seems that we're everybody in the place in this world right now.
Into a form of maybe never I can get out of this space and come to the rest of us. You're quiet the whole time. I know that you're picking up.
You know who you are. And you said
You listening?
oh, no, we're not listening.
I didn't know who you are.
If you know who you are, and you say that you're God, and this is the discussion, the first thing that you have to be aware of, everybody already knows the concept that we have spiritual beings have human experience. Human experience creates a division. That's a basic fact. You have to take that into consideration first. This division doesn't mean that you're divided. Right. Let that wrap around your head. Wrap your head around that. See what that is. Because if there's duality and it's invisible, what does that say to you?
Can't be separated.
But
The two cannot be separated.
where's the good? Do you receive that?
Yes, I receive.
Now, when we receive that, the next step is going to ask you. God doesn't see anything bad. That exists.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
The division, even the duality that we're talking about, doesn't exist. Unless you create it, because you have that God force to do that.
That's right.
When you want to do it.
Uh,
So if we find ourselves in any situation that's a challenge, any situation that's a challenge, anything that somebody looks like they're against us, something is against us, we've already separated from who we are. Say, if we're having a money challenge, we've already separated and we didn't see that happen.
You can see it.
That's right.
This is the thing that we want to talk about. The thing that I'm hearing up in here I hear when we speak with one another is that all that other stuff can really go away. We don't know how to communicate. We talk over one another. We don't listen to what the other person's saying. We know what we want to say. They know what they want to say. But there's no communication because we haven't learned how to listen. And I heard today people were talking, it looked like they were talking, but they didn't hear what the other person is saying. What is that? That's the first place where we have to start. When you're going to claim that you're a God self or God force, you don't do that. You can't talk that. You have to do that. Yeah. We, as a collective, are not doing it. I'm not talking about the groups that are here before. I'm talking about this group right here, right now. I know that I don't practice it 100%. I know I practice it a lot, and I still find myself looking like I'm falling short, and I know that's not true. So why am I having to entertain something that's not true? That's not your problem. That's my challenge I have here. You got your own challenge. But you have to look at it, you have to accept it, you have to receive it, you have to embrace it. All the religions, Christianity, Buddhism, Hindu, Muslim, I don't care, they all got the same challenge. Everybody's looking for the truth. Ain't nobody out there looking for a miracle. Right. Nobody's searching for what the problem, what's wrong. That doesn't solve anything. You want to know what the truth is, but the truth starts with you. It starts in your heart and your mind. You gotta be together because there's no separation there. We separate a lot of things to analyze it, that's okay. You still gotta come to the point where you put it together. And you put it together, that's where they say the rubber hits the road by what you do. All of us can talk it today. That's right. Some of us can be laid back, some of us can be passionate. It doesn't matter. If you don't do it, and we're not doing it, because the reason about the news thing. That's right. If it was up to her, she would pay all the money. That wouldn't help not one of us. Nope. Even though we still have this place to come to. Thank you, my brother. So that's not the issue. She's not supposed to take that on. This is our challenge to ourselves. That's why we came up here. When we came through that door, through that threshold, we go through a lot of thresholds in life. A lot of them are challenging, we don't even see them until later, and then we say, wow, how did that happen? How did I get here? Why am I giving myself this challenge? We ask ourselves these questions. You said I ask a lot of questions. I always ask questions.
Thank you.
Because you could call me a secret more than wisdom. I'm looking. I'm looking, and every time I look, I see more of what I didn't see before.
That's right.
It's not that there's anything wrong, it's not that anything that was forgotten, because it's always there. That's who you really are. If we don't grab onto it, it's not going to happen. Some kind of way today, we have to come up with X amount of dollars a year. All of us in here don't have money. That's okay. Those of us who do, we're the ones who got to step up because it's our time. Yes. And when it's your time, only you know it. Only you know it. Nobody's going to be looking over your shoulder. Nobody's going to be putting your name on the list. If he did, if she did. It don't matter. That's right. None of that. You are accountable to yourself because you're the God itself. I believe that even if you don't. I believe that even if you fail at execute, I know that you're going to wake up to it one day. Your opportunity to wake up to it today, now, is up to you. That's all I have to say. I share. You know we have it in us, but we didn't even be here in the first place. And I know that we're blind to a lot of things. That's why I always ask you to look. That's why I ask questions. But when I hear you talk, I know you hear you talk. Some of the things that come out of your mouth, you say, that's not quite how I want to say it. Where did that come from? That's the question that I want to ask. Because you're not looking. And you have to look. Every day, every moment, you have to look. Please.
Any other announcements of things that's happening in the community that's going on? We have a meditation up here on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 12 noon. So it's available that time. We have anger management classes, and if you don't think that you're angry, you are. You just don't know you're angry. Because I've had people come up here and they say, well, I'm coming because my wife says that I'm angry. And then they come to realize she was right. Most of us, if you're nominated, that we have some type of anger issues inside of us. We're not addressing it, and psychologists can't help us. So if you don't think that you have an anger problem, maybe there's somebody else who has one. And we're here to work with that on Saturdays from 1 to 2:30. What other classes?
Emotional support.
Emotional support every other Monday.
Yes, we're actually not going to be tomorrow, but come back on the 16th. Scheduled tomorrow. Come back on the 16th. Also, there is meditation here Wednesday through Friday, midday, for those who are. Oh, you're right. I wasn't. You know what was going through my head? Right.
I love it.
I wasn't listening because someplace in here I was receiving information about a birthday being today, and so that's what was going on with me. I was like, "Is it today?"
Well, we have I've given out gifts. This is information about ISE that everybody asked me to make these cards. I made them. They've been sitting back there, and I said, "Just leave them somewhere. Give them out to people." How many of y'all got some of these? I don't know how many I'm giving them out. They told me, well, put them in the back. We'll take them and give them out to the community.
Are these birthday cards?
Yeah. So those were cards. We came up with sayings. And everybody asked me to make these cards. I went out, I paid the money for those cards. They were sitting back there. So I just saw them. And I said, just give them to people when you see them. And they have little sayings on it. They say, keep being the queen that you are. Keep being positive. And it has ISE information on it for the people up here. It's an inexpensive way for us to advertise.
Can you send us a real file?
Huh?
Can you send us a file?
Yeah. Or do you want to make your own?
You just print it, we use it.
Okay. So I'm just going back there and just saying, hey, they made me. There's another $25 that I spent on it. So anyway, there you go. It's a Gemini thing. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Well, no, the Eagle Queen is standing up. I'm just trying to bring out my mother.
Remember the diva she is.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Eternal being.
I don't really celebrate it. Because no, it's your birthday. You know what?
Birthday.
And you
I have
continue to do a
told
great
people,
work.
I've told people for years when my birthday, nobody remembers. So I've just learned to.
You don't get recognized in your birthday.
Because if I tell you I expect something, I never get anything. So
But you never told me.
No,
But you never told me.
everybody asks me, when's your birthday? What's the
I'm not
time?
everybody.
That's
That's right.
What about our meditation?
We're gonna close out.
First.
And then we- Last. We made it. So standing on this square, arms left, and knowing and affirming your divine self, knowing that you have been waiting. Let us wait no longer to express the divinity that lies deep within inside you and find connection between your spiritual and physical self, blending, harmonizing as one. And for this time that we step together in harmony, here in this place and this time, we say Ashe,
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 Ashe.
Ashe.
There's food in the back. Give a hug, give a hug.
All right, all right. Wide open, listen.
That's right. Feels good.
How you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. You said that lady was very nice. Yeah. Good. I don't know.
You got my number right there.
Oh, yeah. Wait a second. Wow. She has to wait a long time. Yeah. You see a free up.
We are doing it together.
She didn't want to last, but they like to nice with the one.
Right, and people they want to do their own bring coffee or food.
I'll tell them, bring you these.